Hey, this is Eric, and I'm here with Dave, and today we're going to do a Rewind Theater for the latest Halo Reach trailer.
All right, so this starts off and you're looking at a helmet, and you are the Lone Wolf, as he's known in the trailer, the new guy introduced.
And after it kind of tells you that's going to be the main character of the game, they give you our first look at Halo's new setting, Reach. It's a planet, and this is the first look we get of the ground level and kind of what environments you'll be fighting through.
It's supposed to be in real time, so this is what it should look like in game. And then we have some choppers go by, which we think might be Hawks.
Which were in Halo Wars. They're kind of like an upgraded version of the Hornet.
So if it's in game, then this is what the Warhawk would look like in game. It's a transport vehicle. You can see there's no weapons on this one.
And here, this is this Lone Wolf, this new character. You can see he's got a battle rifle, or it looks like one on his back, so BR confirmed in the game. Here, we'll just freeze it for a second. This is a new member of the team. He was introduced in that artwork for the Halo Reach E3 teaser, and this guy has, as you can see, a sniper rifle, and he's also got a knife on his arm, which might indicate some new melee combat in the game.
So we're looking at all these new members of the team, supposedly one by one, so as we go through, you'll see them appear on screen really quickly. So here's this guy.
Here's this guy, and he's got the EVA variant armor with a nice skull painted on his face. Skull and face is the new black. And you can also see our guy with the EVA helmet has a couple interesting weapons. First of all, he's got that hooked blade, and on his arm there, right below it, you can see some shotgun shells, so you know the shotgun's coming back. But he's also got strapped around his waist what look like grenade launcher rounds, and there's no grenade launcher in Halo 3. The closest thing to it is like the brute shot, but that's not a human weapon, so perhaps a new weapon's getting introduced.
And there, wait there, right there.
Oh yeah.
Female version Spartan, and she has a bionic arm.
Which is kind of interesting. Maybe that will come into gameplay somehow. And if you take a quick look, you can see we get a name for her, Kat-320. It's a high-numbered Spartan, much higher than the originals.
Commander.
So maybe we're looking at late version Spartans, or version 3, or wave 3, or whatever we want to call them. And here is another character right here wearing the gigantic armor.
And this is number 52, and he is, if you look closely there, you can see his name is George. He's also mentioned by name. He's one of the few guys in this trailer mentioned by name.
And then back behind him we have, who is this?
This is the commander, and you get a nice, great look there. He's Carter 259. He's the brains of the operation, I guess. And also, I just want to rewind this quickly, point out something kind of interesting. If you listen to the sound here.
Contingency has been declared. All units are mobilized and ready.
Didn't think anyone survived, Bagasi.
We heard that the winter contingency was declared, and that, you might remember, is the same radio call-out from the original Halo Reach trailer from back at E3.
Right, we don't know what that means exactly, but we do know that the planet's being attacked, so maybe wipe all computer files so that they don't find Earth. And here we have the team walking towards their Hawks again. You can kind of see that they're all sort of different types of Spartans, so we're looking at a possibility of squad gameplay with different types of attack or different skills from each character.
Yeah, there's a couple things that might lend some credence to that theory. If you listen right here.
I read your file, Lieutenant. Even the parts owner didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set, but you can leave that lone wolf stuff behind.
So there we heard that I'm glad to have your skill set. You can leave that lone wolf stuff behind. Kind of indicates possible squad mechanics. Also, a nice little thing when you're talking about skill sets, you notice these guys all have unique things with their hands. We saw a couple combat knives, we saw a bionic arm, and here we see a nice little screen on the commander's arm. So possibly these guys will be differentiated in some ways.
And they're all loading up. And you can see there again the screen on his left arm as he gets into the Hawk.
Is that new number 6?
And there you heard, is this our new number 6? And that could, if you remember, there were only 5 characters originally shown in the Halo Reach screenshot or imagery from E3. So now it looks like we're getting a 6th member of the Noble team and possibly 6-player co-op, possibly 6-player squad mechanics.
But who knows? And so now they're taking off towards what looks like it might be a Covenant ship off in the clouds in the distance. You can see it as the camera pans around.
Here, we'll just fast forward quickly and pause it. There we get what looks like maybe a Covenant ship, and Noble team's definitely deploying into battle here.
And then explosions in Halo Reach.
And you think it's over, but we get one last bit of information at the end. And that is which enemy we're going to be facing off against. And of course, old friend is back. It's the Elite with his energy sword.
And the Elite was not in ODST. That was all brutes, so it's good to see that enemy back.
And then we get one last reminder that the multiplayer beta is coming in 2010. The press release that went out with this actually said it's coming in spring of 2010, so maybe a little sooner than you are expecting.
And remember, you get that with ODST guaranteed if you bought it new, so that's how you get into the beta. And that's it for us. Thanks for watching. You can find everything about Halo Reach on IGN.com.